Hello, how are you? Greetings from Toronto, Canada. How are things going?
Good. Greetings from Brooklyn.
Well,
How you
you're
doing?
not too far at all, so I can
Yeah.
almost wave to you.
Hey.
How are you
Yeah.
today? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's great. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. I thought you did a fantastic job in this. And, look, no stranger to taking on some dark roles here and there. What was it about Mike that you connected to? Because that was a tough one. It was a tough one to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of gets dragged through the mud the whole time. I was attracted to Mike because he's trying to sort of assert himself and take control of his life, and he's just failing the whole
Yeah.
time. He's just
Yeah.
blowing it. And I thought that was fascinating. I thought it was kind of hilarious. Uh, and yeah, it was just this guy just every opportunity he has, he makes the wrong decision. Uh, and I thought that was really cool. And he just kind of gets beaten up the whole time. He's just like this rag doll.
Yeah.
So I felt sorry for him. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. And the violence is always fun for me. So
Uh-oh. Do we need to do a therapy session here?
yeah, maybe that was a therapy session on screen. Yeah.
Maybe it was. But here's the thing that I thought about it because you said like you felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for him too because had he not been brought up in the environment that he was brought up in, he might have the opportunity to be a pretty good guy because I think he had a conscience.
Yeah, he's sort of in the wrong place, but who knows? I mean, if he was nurtured properly, maybe he would still make the wrong decision. And I kind of thought that's what the movie is all about. It's just poor decision making and trying to redeem yourself. And some people are better at doing that than others. And Mike was a great example of just bad decision. Uh, didn't know how to dig himself out of these poor decisions, and yeah, it was fun to play a sort of clown.
Yeah. And then of course, like a lot of your scenes, or most of them, are with Alex Pettyfer, who plays your uncle, who's not the best role model, I have to say. He treats you like crap. I mean, it's pretty awful to watch it. I spoke to Alex a few days ago, and he said by far, and I'm not even joking here, his career highlight so far has been working with you. He really loved working with you. Tell me a little bit about that connection and what it was like. I mean, I know you have to have that, animosity on screen, but just tell me a little bit about working with him and what it was like off screen a little bit.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I've known Alex and his work for years. 20 years. We've been doing it since we were kids.
Yeah.
So we've always kind of been circling each other, but we never really met. And then yeah, to finally get on set with him, it was a real pleasure. And I think there was one time in between takes, they were setting up the next shot, and he was sitting at his desk, and he was like, "A real pleasure to work with you, man." I was like, "Fuck, man, it's really yeah, same." Like it's because I have so many scene partners in the film. Like every day was with a different actor,
Yeah.
and they were all great. But Alex, there's something, and I said it to him. There's a difference when someone's been doing it for as long as he has. You can feel it. It's kind of second nature. There's not really we're not it seems effortless. Like we're not acting, we're not talking at each other. We're bouncing things off of each other. And yeah, he was a real pleasure to work with. And he's very like giving, and yeah, it was just great to discuss these characters with him. And yeah, he was a great scene partner.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the next movie you guys do together could be like a buddy cop film, a little lighter.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, there's something. There's got to be some hint of violence, maybe.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So right, back to the violence here, Rory. Okay, yeah, back to the therapy session. Now, the other thing about this character that you played, Mike, he wore the same thing pretty much the whole time. That black leather hat and that black leather jacket. When you put those kinds of, that kind of wardrobe on, it must really get you into the headspace of this guy.
Yeah, and the first day when I first put on the wardrobe and I looked in the mirror, I just thought, "Oh, you poor bastard! You think this is cool?" But what I liked about it was, like I said, he just makes poor decision after poor decision,
Yeah.
and even before he's on screen, he made a poor decision by what he's wearing. He's immediately showing you this guy doesn't have the best taste. This guy doesn't make great decisions. He's supposed to blend in with his surroundings. He's
Right.
dealing with huge amounts of drugs, and yet he looks like a rodeo clown, as Alex's character says. Like, it's just right off the bat, this guy is poor decision maker, which I love.
Yeah, but did you get to keep the hat? Because I thought the hat was kind of cool, actually.
I I kept the hat. I got the hat. I got the trench coat. I'm never gonna wear it in reality. Maybe for a Halloween costume. But yeah, no, I kept it for some reason.
You kept it. Again, as you were saying, like you had so many scene partners, so many great people in this movie. Tell me a little bit about working opposite, someone like a Luke Evans. My goodness, he's really good in this.
Yeah, yeah, it was great. Luke and I think he started the shoot. It was interesting, the blocks in which you get these actors. Like, I was there pretty much the whole time, but he was there in the beginning, and then we had an overlap, and then Alex came at the end. But I only actually have two scenes with
Yeah,
Luke.
yeah.
But it was great to discuss this with him. I know he's a producer on it, and he had been attached for quite a while.
Mhm.
Uh, but yeah, he was great. And there's Lorraine Burroughs, who plays Jamal. Uh, James Oliver Wheatley. There's all these great British actors that I got to work with, and it was always cool stepping on the set and making intense eye contact with them as we first start, and just everyone's reaction was sort of different, and yeah, it was like kind of a fun experiment for me to
Yeah.
work with all these different actors. I feel like I grew a lot from it.
Real. Oh, okay, good, good. Well, look, you've been doing this a long time, as you said, and I got to tell you, I've been watching you since you were a little boy. You Can Count on Me was a movie that one of the first Toronto International Film Festival films that I covered. I remember your performance in that. I know you were a wee little thing in that, but man, like you were good at. We just knew. Oh, great! Another Culkin is going to hit the screen and kill it. And honestly, what is it now that because you've been doing it for so long, Rory, when you get a script, when you get an opportunity, what kind of drives you to take it on at this point?
Um, it just has to scratch a certain itch, and it's not even, I don't want to say second nature, but I don't even intellectualize it that much. It's just like with Mike, it was just, oh, this poor bastard. I want to play this poor bastard.
Right.
So yeah, I try to find something interesting about every character, but I guess not all of them land on me. But yeah, I'm trying to, I've been playing a lot of unhinged characters lately, a lot of sort
Yes.
of cult leaders and things like that. So I might be interested in something a little more normal, because that would be more of a challenge for me now, actually
Right.
playing,
Yeah.
a professional something that's not
Yeah.
a drug dealer or cult leader. So yeah, I think interestingly, it's the way I would branch out right now is to play a gym teacher or something. I don't know.
See that. I think you're a good gym teacher. I
Thanks.
wondered if you and your brothers, after you do things that you've all done so well in whatever you've chosen, do you kind of critique each other? Do you ever go back and say, "Hey, Kieran, okay, you really deserve that Emmy award. Oh my God, he's so good at Succession." And then you look at Macaulay's, work, and do you ever, kind of sit around a table and go, "I have done that." I just wonder what it's like with you Culkin kids.
Yeah, we will sometimes talk work. I mean, if we're working with an actor that one of us has worked with previous, we'll sort of ask questions about that. But for the most part, we just talk family stuff and
Yeah.
movies, and but yeah, we usually keep that stuff at the door.
Keeping it real, I guess. Yeah, because I always
Yeah.
wondered like what your parents fed you guys. You're all so talented. It's amazing. Want to know what the secret sauce is. But listen, I interviewed Macaulay for Home Alone. Like I've been doing this a long time and I will never forget seeing him in that going, this kid's got something. And then just recently you got to see him get his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean, Rory, that's a big deal. What was that like to be there and watch your brother get that?
It was a big deal. I was really proud of him. Yeah, and he brought his kids and his family, and
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
was
felt
heartwarming to
like,
watch it. It really was.
yeah,
Yeah.
it felt like watching him get immortalized. You know, I guess in a sense he has been because he's on screen, but this is a physical etched in stone. You know, so it was cool to see that one day his kids can walk over his star and you know, pee on it or something if they want to. What am I talking about? Way to
They
blow
do what
that.
they want. Absolutely. So what's next from you? What else are we going to see you do?
I have two films in the edit right now. One called Degenerate with Emil Hirsch, and one called Dead Guy with Michael Shannon. And then,
Nice.
yeah, he's great. It's the second time working with him, and
Was he intense or was he's fun? He can be a fun guy.
he's really fun. He's intense, but people are intimidated by him. But there's no reason to be.
Yeah.
He's just kind of strange, but he's a really nice guy. You know, once you get to talk to him, but yeah, no, he's really great, and I think he's one that sort of mastered the unhinged thing, and now he wants to be more hinged, more of an average kind of
Yeah.
actor. And so I do admire him, and yeah, yeah. So that, you know, it's called Dead Guy. So hopefully that'll be out soon.
Okay, well, we will look out for that for sure. But you did such a great job in 5 pounds of pressure. Really, like my heart went out to Mike, but you did a fantastic job. And you know, just keep up the great work. Lovely to have the opportunity to talk to you today, Rory. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Great talking to you.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful weekend with your family. Bye.
You too. Thanks.
Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
Bonnie.
Okay, thanks, Emma. Bye bye.
Bye.